Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm working on a tag using a beautiful, beautiful border from Morgan's Art World. It's the Flower Butterfly Border coloring page. And I've already colored it up with Copic Markers, and I've cut my tag in Cricut Design Space. So let's get started. So here is that beautiful little framed piece, and I'm using it for a tag, and I've added a to and from. And this is just craft paper that I've actually made the tag, some fishing line, some brown grosgrain ribbon that, I'll be honest, I didn't actually use, but when I start a project, I just pull some things that I think I might like. Some gold with some faux stitching, some ink, and some pretty little crystals. And I'll be honest, I traded out the crystals too, but we'll get into all of that later. Let's start out by just inking this piece. I'm going to use this as a background piece, and so I've just inked it up with some Close to My Heart Autumn Terracotta ink. I sped that up quite a bit because watching somebody ink a piece of cardstock is kind of like waiting for the stoplight to turn green, so I sped that up quite a bit. All right, we're adding a little bit of ATG. I'm going around the edge with my Pitt Pen just to kind of darken out that border to go against that autumn terracotta. Now, if you watch many of my videos, you know that I love to add fabric tack over the tape. It gives me wiggle room, and that way if I need to move something a little bit, I can. And this is the best example ever, because you're going to notice that I put this down and later I decide I want to add something. Even in the amount of time it took, I had time to add it. All right, we're going to make a bow. Now you'll notice that there's faux stitching on one side of this ribbon. So I couldn't really tie a traditional bow, or else the bow was going to look funny because, you know, part of it was going to have stitching and part of it wasn't. So I decided to sort of loop it over and tie it off with some fishing line. I really like fishing line. Fishing line really holds tight, it's strong, and it doesn't show up because it's clear. So I sort of frayed out the edge there to make it match the other side. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this same ribbon, run it through, and then loop it through to create just a little more ribbon there on my tag. Now at this point, I'm looking at it with the little bow, and I'm thinking, oh, this is looking a little plain for me. So what am I going to do? Where am I going to go from here? And this is where I'm very glad that I went ahead and put that glue, that fabric tack over, because I can peel that up even after this much time. And I can go ahead and insert a little bit of this lace in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit to the bottom too, because, you know, if a little bit's good, then a lot has got to be even better, right? I don't know. I just thought that this lace looked very full, and I thought, you know, this is going to be a pretty touch to this little tag. So I'm going to go ahead and add some to the top and to the bottom. So I go ahead and I clip this off, and I'm just going to add a little more fabric tack, slide it in, and I'm going to let it actually have a little bit of dimension there and sort of just have a little bit, just the slightest bit of a little ruffle going on. Not really ruffled, but just a little bit. All right, while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I'm making this tag for the challenge over at the Outlaws Twisted Thursday, where the theme is to make a tag. Gift tags is our theme this time. So, and our themes are always optional there. Anything goes, and the twist is gift tags. So come and share with us whatever you're working on. And especially if you're making gift tags, that would be great. We'd love to see what you're doing. I will leave you the information in the box below where you can find the challenge so that you can come over and pay us a visit at Twisted Thursday. All right, looks like I've got this lace glued into place now. And doing a quick cleanup here. A little bit of glue got over there. And now we're going to go ahead and put the bow in place. So we will add that bow. And I'm just going to use the fishing line that we use to tie the bow and put it in place. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that little piece of fishing line underneath there so that the fishing line won't even show. We won't even see that. It'll just tuck inside of there and no one will be any the wiser. So I'm just tying a couple of knots. I will trim it and tuck it in. And there it is, all done. But then I decided, as I was looking at it, that it might be fun to add just a little something else. So I found these little red balls, and I thought those look just like the little berries that are at the bottom corner there. And so I went ahead and I could have just put those in when I tied the bow, but I didn't think of it until just then when I saw it. So again, I'm just going to run this underneath there again and do the same thing that I did with the bow. I'm just going to tie a double knot here and then trim it and stick it down in there. So here we are, we're just going to tie it off. And if you're thinking, I bet she wishes she had gotten a new piece of fishing line there a little bit longer, you're right, I did. That was kind of challenging, but I did it. I got it in place. So there it is. Well, if you watch many of my videos, you know that when the gems come out, we're nearing the end, and we are near the end. I traded out the little crystal gems for these pretty red gems from Bo Bunny. And I just thought again that it'll just bring out the red berries and bring that red theme a little further throughout the tag. Hey, thanks for joining me. I am so happy that you dropped by today. And again, I invite you to come over to Twisted Thursday and share with us and check out what the team has. Any questions or comments, please leave them below and you'll find all my information down there. Have a great week and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.